Hello everyone, how are we doing? And welcome to this live PC build. We're going ITX, ladies and gentlemen, with something that is very exciting. The NCORE 100 Max from Cooler Master. And I know I've said things like this before. In fact, the videos you haven't seen yet that I filmed this week, I've said that twice, and both times things went wrong. Hopefully not today. I mean, it didn't really go wrong. It just took a little bit longer than I would have liked. But yes, we're doing that, and then we've got a choice for you of GPUs, because not only could we use a 4070 Ti Super, or the 7800 XT, or the 7900 XT, but we also have, in this unopened box, a 4080 Super as well. So we've got all the GPUs, and I'll get editor Carl to actually set up like a little poll so you can decide and have your inputs. But hello to everyone that is watching in the stream, and a special hello to everyone watching in the archive as well. We love you, but obviously feel free to join in the lives so you can chat direct. And of course, big introduction to the one, the only Bench Carl.
Hello!
Live Carl, stream Carl.
How many GPUs are there?
4.
Where's the fourth one?
1, 2.
Oh yeah, the XT.
3, 4.
79.
Do you need to go back to primary school?
There we go.
Or what's it called? First grade?
First grade.
Elementary, I think.
Yeah. Kindergarten, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Just basically think of recess.
Isn't that just a rip-off of the German word, anyway?
Oh.
Don't know. Anyway, let's not do linguistics and stuff like that today. We've got a PC build to start with. And already, you've been bamboozled, guys. Losers. Because it turns out, when we took the thumbnail for this video, we actually have a Cooler Master SF850L and a Master Liquid 240 Atmos in the thumbnail. And then we later realized, when we started actually setting everything up, that this is going to be one of the easiest ITX cases you can actually build in, because it comes with your power supply pre-routed, pre-cabled, and it also has, I believe, an extra thick 120mm all-in-one for your CPU. So this really is just a case of get your motherboard sort of ready with your CPU, your RAM, your SSD in it, whack that in, whack a graphics card in, and then like all of the cables should be ready to go. So yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Don't know where we should start. I will get this case sort of taken apart. I'll hand you over to editor Carl for a second to catch us up. How is everyone? How are we doing?
Oh, we've got some good news. Andy Martinez is back, and they said they're starting a new job with PNY.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well done, Andy Martinez. We've got usual suspects in here. Rivstars in here.
Panel comes off like that. Look, nice and easy. Metal. Got
Solid.
a little dust filter that comes out. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, you interrupted me. I was just saying hello to random guys here. Mr. Playtime, Dr. Bruh.
Which random guy is that?
Just random guy.
Just a random guy?
Just random guy.
Oh, fair enough.
Not even a random guy. Mr. Playtime, Chris Todd, Tom Davis.
Chris Pod?
Chris Todd.
Oh, Chris Pod is a cool name.
Pod, like Patrice Plod.
Patrice Plod, yeah, our character we have. I was very confused, by the way, earlier when I loaded up Hogwarts for some games testing. And
just
I was
like,
in Hogsmeade.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, you're going to be so upset when you start doing your benchmarking again, because I'm in a different position now.
I think I've got like multiple saves, I think.
So you're all good.
That's what I did on Ratchet and Clank as well.
Manual saves, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, definitely makes sense. But yeah, how are you, Carl? I mean, we haven't done a live stream in like 2 months now. We've missed it. We genuinely have,
in
actually.
December?
December, probably. Yeah. The last one
yeah.
was
it was the
Asus
middle of
TUF
December,
build.
wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forget we're in February.
Yeah, I know. How's that happen?
We've got a super chat already.
Super chat. We really do need to get like a button for that.
Need a button.
It's on the list to do.
I want like an air horn as well.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but then people would tell us off for not being serious enough. And as you know, this is a very serious channel.
It says the ultimate serious gaming PC build.
Yeah.
It was £5 from 50-year gamer. He said, look forward to this build.
Well, I look forward to having you along for the ride.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, thank you so much for that. I will also say I peaked yesterday in the video you're yet to see. Oh, Carl. But this, like, even for me, the silliness was too far. So do you know that box, the SSD we have, where like half of it is missing?
Yeah, and it falls out.
Yeah, so what I did was I like picked it up and caught it like that for effect. But what actually happened was the SSD just went. Yeah, that's too far, even for me. I mean, I like to make PC building fun, but you got to look at least like you know what you're doing, and I think that was the limit for me.
Yeah. Just throwing SSDs all over the floor.
Throwing SSDs.
You get a reputation for dropping things, or.
I don't mind the reputation for dropping things, because to be fair, a very valid point someone made is if you are sort of handling the stuff in the video less carefully, if you like, than you would if it was your own stuff. Someone commented that it gives them a bit more confidence that they don't have to worry about it so much, because if you can manhandle it a bit, then if you are handling it carefully, you should be okay. But one thing that I will say that it never do, because I know people that have damaged their like CPU sockets, is exactly this sort of situation that we've got going on here. If you have a CPU cooler and you're like swapping out the chip or making an upgrade, never like leave it anywhere near the socket when you're making the upgrade, because what happens is you might put it here and then it does literally that, falls down and then actually ruins your socket. So I can't remember who it was, but someone, I think they were at Kitger at the time. We're going back like 10 years now. What was his name? I've forgotten his name now. That's really bad. But yeah, that happened to him, and he damaged a motherboard and had to apologise. Like, sorry. Things happen, I think I've broken stuff before, but it's never been actually anything stupid. I don't remember what it was really. Just things do go wrong, but I'm yet to have broken anything like properly. But there's still time.
Super chat.
So super chat.
Super chat. Tom Davies.
Tom
or Davies,
Davies.
maybe. I'm not quite sure. Have greatly enjoyed watching your videos from the start of the year and have just completed my first build. Congratulations,
how did it
Tom.
go? Please let us know. What did you build with? And also feedback to everyone else that hasn't actually built one before. Like, what did you find easier than you thought, and what maybe did you find a bit more tricky than from what you've seen online? I think I would guess that like the videos we do make it seem as if it's quite quick, but it does seem to take a bit longer, especially when you haven't done it before, than you might expect. And maybe that's why people like watching these live streams, because it obviously gives you a bit more like real world like timings, if you like, on how long everything's going to take. I will draw your attention now to the layout of this. So this is an 800. My voice went funny there. Sorry, guys.
800.
800. Oh wait, I've got this. I forgot. It's me. I forgot. Yeah, so this is an 850 watt power supply pre-fitted. I will say that this case is not the cheapest in the world. I think it's about £350 in the UK, about just under $400 in the US. But if you, and this is the thing, if you actually are building from scratch anyway, then it works out about the same probably as if you were to get like a different ITX case, the cooler and the power supply, maybe slightly cheaper. But obviously the problem for me is, what if you've already got a board, or what if you've already got a power supply and you're going from one build to the next? You kind of priced yourself out with all of this stuff because you're paying for something you might not need. Something to know anyway, but I've heard good things about this, so looking forward to building in it. As I say, all of these cables are sort of pre-routed for you and are the right lengths, which is great in this, but it does mean if you do swap to a different chassis at a later date, then you'll probably have to buy new cables. But I guess that's not the end of the world. You just go cable mod or something like that, but it can get expensive. Yeah, I mean, look at the size of this. Look, Carl, look, our CPU. Look at it. Have you ever seen a cable this small in your life? I'll take this one out, look.
Yeah. What's that for?
CPU.
I suppose if it fits, it fits.
Yeah, well, clearly it's the right size, right?
Yeah.
That's the point.
So.
So that is this chamber here. You've got a PCI riser cable as well for a graphics card. It also comes with a 12-volt high power connection, which is pretty nice.
As well.
I guess somewhere in the box we will get some PCIe, because surely this isn't an NVIDIA only, thing. That would be
the box was
silly,
empty though, wasn't it?
Was that?
The box was empty. There's nothing else.
Oh, it might be the other side. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Surely this isn't
NVIDIA
NVIDIA only.
GPUs.
No, this wouldn't be NVIDIA only. They'll give you the spare cables. Have faith. They must do. Must be.
You need
somewhere.
the opposite adapter. You need 12 volt to 3 8 pins now.
Yeah, that wouldn't be quite so good, would it? How does this come off then?
I think you just pull it towards you.
So yeah, kind of like slides off on like a bit of a hook system. Looks pretty identical to the other side, but there we go. No, there are no more cables here. So what if you're using an AMD card? I must be doing something wrong and silly. There's this little connection. There's this little hook here as well. So I know you want to put this in the unlock position, and then that comes off.
Oh.
Okay, like that. And then you get better access to all of these cables and things. And that,
oh my!
Don't worry about it, it's fine. That should be the hopefully the difficult bit out of the way now. I'm a bit concerned about those AMD cables though. They must. You go get them, Carl. You go have a look in that box.
The box was empty. We
double check.
All right. I was just trying to find out how thick the radiator. 38mm thick.
Yeah. So the radiator for this is in this top chamber here. Look. So there is a fan in there as well, but that is the level of thickness for this. Let's see if I can take this top base off. Don't bring that on camera, obs.
Obviously.
Yeah, there, look, here we go. I'll show you. Here's the radiator, look, it's on top, like that. Nice and easy.
A bit of ASMR unboxing noise in the background. No,
yeah, that's all right.
There's nothing in it.
So, Well, people might have wanted NVIDIA anyway. Surely.
We'll find out.
Well, no, I don't. I'm a bit confused by that. Maybe, do they do different versions for non-NVIDIA stuff? That seems odd to me. What are people in the comments saying?
I don't know.
Investigate.
I don't know.
Investigate.
I'm doing the box.
No, I'm telling the lovely people watching this video, investigate. Seriously though, how are we? It's great to be doing a live build again.
We've got a super chat.
Super chat?
Super chat.
Is that good, or did people want the actual real?
People want the
super chat.
I think
there you go.
The name's cut off because it's quite long, but I think they're called Mr. Rainbow Love.
Mr. Rainbow Love.
Mr. Rainbow loves coffee.
Oh, I love coffee, so there you go.
Thank you very much for being so amazing and helping us with PC builds.
Oh, well, thank you for watching. The channel would not work without viewers. I'd probably still do it anyway. I mean, that's why I got into PC gaming. I actually started playing some PC games with my friend Ollie, who got me into PC gaming. And we haven't played games together for like 4 or 5 years. We started playing the Tribes 3 demo that's on Steam. Really good, actually. Go check that out. Obviously, no way sponsored or anything. We really enjoyed playing that, but it was weird to like go back to old times, like before the channel and everything, when we just used to play games and chat together. It was quite nice, actually. Motherboard. Sorry, I realise I'm jumping ahead here. Obviously, we need an ITX motherboard. This is the this is the B650i Lightning. Not to be confused with the PG Lightning that you can buy. That's a full-size board. But yeah, this looks pretty smart, actually. And I think it's around about £200 dollars-ish. I'll leave links to everything featured, by the way, in this video. Down in the comments, down in the description below. But be aware, the graphics cards, like, they didn't have all of the right brands and things. So if you are going to copy this build, unless you're obviously using the specific card we end up using or ones we've tested, etc., do double check sizes and dimensions before purchasing, because obviously you might end up with a GPU that doesn't fit because it's an ITX case. But yeah, here's our board, nice and easy. I will drop this down on top of the box. Always easy, yeah. Always easier to build on top of the motherboard box. Do you have an update for me, Carl?
What was I looking up again? Oh yeah,
I assume that there's a no. No, that's all good. You were looking like you.
I was looking at the chat. Yeah.
You had some input. Yeah.
I was trying to find out whether this works with AMD GPUs or not.
Well, I mean, it does. It definitely does, in the sense of, like, it's a normal power supply. It just might not give you the cables for it, so you might have to buy them separately, I guess. But I mean, that just seems odd. I don't know. It's weird. CPU. CPU that we're using is actually probably not the one I would go for this. This is a Ryzen 7700X. I imagine it's going to be absolutely fine. Clock slightly higher than the normal 7700. but it does use more power. So usually for ITX, I would go with the normal 7700, but actually because we do have such a thick radiator, I think we'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, if possible, when you can get this running, we can do some temps and actually have a look. But it's really easy to get this installed. You just want to open up this slot like that. Again, this is an 8-core CPU, going to be perfect for gaming. Obviously, if you do want to go for the X3D, you can absolutely do that as well, especially if you're going for like a really high-end graphics card like a 4080, 4090, but 7700X should work really well for the vast majority of games, especially if you're playing at 4K. I've gone into that mode now, Carl, where I was happy to end that sentence, wait 30 seconds and then pick up the next line, and I've remembered it doesn't work like that when you're live.
Can't just go quiet for 5 seconds. It's just like, don't mind me.
No. We've got an epic montage, by the way, coming up in the video I've just filmed, which is AMD APU build. Really quite cool because it's the cheapest gaming PC I want to say ever made, but I'm not sure because I've been doing this a long time and PC gaming used to be cheaper. Certainly in a long time anyway, so it was about £550-ish for the whole build. And we still got Fortnite performance mode running like way over 100 FPS. And let's just say I was pretty darn good, okay? I was the best person in the room. Well, I was the only person in the room. In the game, I was also the best person. So yeah, you can look forward to that little montage. We also need some memory. This is some Trident Z5. This is RGB. This one is a 6000 megahertz kit. This one is actually AMD, no it's not. This one is Intel XMP ready, which is, to be honest, is almost certainly going to be fine, but I would always recommend people grab an Expo kit if they can, just because it tends to be a little bit more compatible. But if you do run into issues with your memory, you're usually better off running it at its default speed just to get yourself into the BIOS and then do a BIOS update. And usually that fixes the issues because they add like memory stability updates and things. And if you buy a kit of memory that's quite new, it might not be supported straight away, and then they add it to the list. You'd be surprised actually, motherboard manufacturers are very good at keeping their boards updated. But we just drop this in like that.
Super chat!
Super chat!
From Ash Wellen, £9.99. Hi Marcus, love the channel. I currently have a 3070 with a 5800X.
Yep.
Looking to get a 4070 Ti Super.
Okay.
Will my 5800X be good enough, or should I upgrade to the X3D as well?
I mean, there's no harm in just doing it and then you answer your own question, because unless there's a particular combo deal, which to be fair, if you're in the States, I do see, you do see them on Newegg and places like that. But it doesn't really matter because you could just make that upgrade later. It's not as if you're like having to, I don't know, let's say you're choosing between Intel and AMD. Once you've committed to something, you've made that commitment. I would say if you're playing at 4K, you'd probably be all right. But there was a big step up in performance between the 500 series and the 7000 series. So I would probably advise keeping what you've got, just getting that GPU if that's what you want to do, rocking that for a while, probably waiting towards the end of the year, and there'll almost certainly be new CPUs from AMD by then, and grab one of those. Because what I don't want to say is, grab like a new CPU in like a couple of months' time, because I think, especially if you're upgrading for something older, you'll be a bit frustrated if you then have like new AMD CPUs come out. To be clear, I don't know about anything. Usually, the way NDAs work and things is, I will get told. What would you say, Carl? Like 2.5 weeks before something comes out?
Yeah, about that.
And that's when we go a bit quiet and we stop talking about stuff because we have to sign a little thing to say we're not going to talk about it. But if something's public information as well, you can always talk about it. But point being, we definitely don't know when these new CPUs are coming. I also asked Intel this morning. I was like, so when are your new Arc GPUs coming? And I just got like a emoji of the like zip. It was worth a go. It was worth a go. If he'd said to me, yeah, it's actually coming in April, but hadn't said it's under embargo, that would be an exclusive.
Now, if they come out in April, people are going to be like, how did he know?
Well, I didn't. And that's the other thing. Even if you know, you just say, I didn't know. What are you on about? I've never actually heard of anyone really leak stuff. I did break embargo once, not intentionally. It wasn't my fault. This was on a case. But they hadn't told me that it was under embargo. So I just published the video. And I was like, oh, can you take the video down? We can't allow reviews for the case yet. No, you didn't tell me there was an embargo. I didn't agree to nothing. So it stayed up. Diva got what he wanted. It wasn't even, it's not like, you know, an exclusive. It was more like, it's a case. It's giving you promo. You know, come on. What am I doing? I'm talking about NDAs, and I've started undoing the default AMD mounting hardware, which we actually need on this anyway, because the cooler will use those hooks. So don't copy that. That's Marcus's brain doing one thing, thinking something else.
Do we have anything regarding like mounting hardware?
No, so that's what I'm, no, there's got to be a box or something somewhere then.
You got your drink on it?
No, see, like, that was next to you.
No,
Come
you put all your stuff on it.
We found it. Here it is. We found
like, how are we going to mount it?
the box. If Cooler Master are watching this, they'll be like screaming at this at the TV. No, you've got it wrong. Right, this is the important bit. What is going to be in this box? I would love it if there was a preset, so when you press 3, the picture-in-picture is always on. Hey, there we go.
There's the cables.
So you can absolutely use it with a. That would be mad, wouldn't it, if they hadn't have given you those. So there you go.
3 8-pins.
No issues whatsoever. You've also got a SATA, so you're using like an RGB box or something like that.
Or an 8 terabyte
There
SSD.
will be people, I'm calling it now, there will be people where this isn't enough. I reckon they need like 2 of these.
Yeah.
But you definitely can, as I say, grab some cables later if you need them. Why?
Are they expecting you to like break it or something? It's identical, isn't it?
No, but looks similar, doesn't it? I don't know. You get a different or spare one inside the box. Maybe that's for, I don't know. I'll get Editor Carl to investigate. If in doubt, Editor Carl investigate.
But pass the buck.
yeah, that's the way this goes.
But at least we've got mounting hardware and power supply options now, so that's good to know.
Yeah, the dream of the AMD system for those that have voted is definitely still alive.
Apparently you can extend it and make it bigger.
But then why would you need 2 of those?
I don't know.
Dog's whining as well, which is great. Here's our mounting hardware. Sorry, I'll go back here. Here's our mounting hardware, look. Got some thermal paste in there, Intel and AMD for the cooler, and then got some standoff adjustment things and some cable like tie straps. So everything you need is there. I've got a European. I've got a European plug as well. No good to me, but this came from Europe, so that's not very surprising. Guess what? You will get the appropriate power cord for your country, assuming you're buying it in that region. Sorry, the dog's just whining. He's become a massive whiner recently. I don't understand why. He was doing it last night. He's like, I don't know, maybe he just gets bored. I'm not going to.
He just misses you.
He doesn't. He just wants to go outside and chase nothing. And that's me doubled up. I don't want to do that. Right, back to where we were. The professionalism on this channel, as always, is spectacular. We're going to move on to our SSD. So this is one from Sabrent. It's the same colour as the box. Look! That actually is. That's amazing.
That's cool.
That's the best thing I've seen today. No, come on, that's good though. Like, was there ever a better pairing?
No.
It has no relevance whatsoever on this build, other than it will amuse you.
The box the drive comes in.
Yeah. So we're going to remove the heatsink on this board. You'll find that some ITX boards are just too complicated. We've discussed this before. I'm not a big fan of like double stacked SSDs and things like that. Can you go let the dog out? He is so loud. No, sorry. Not a big fan of SSDs double stacked, and then they give you so many different ports and things that you need to like use all these different adapters. There was a Gigabyte board, wasn't there, that was guilty of that?
Yeah, we didn't like that.
Are you still mic'd up? Are you gone?
I'm gone.
Oh, he's gone. Okay. So we're by ourselves. This is when it turns out he just goes home. His car engine starts, and he's left, and I wouldn't know, would I? Right. So we're going to drop this down into position just like that. The lens is zoomed in as far as possible for this, so if you don't like this, I'm afraid you are going to have to get over it. Apologies. Maybe we're investing in a new lens. That probably would be a good idea, actually, because we can use it in the normal videos as well. While Carl's not here, we can talk about him, by the way, because he won't ever hear this, which is cool. So I can tell you the truth about Editor Carl. And the truth is that actually he's very good at his job, and he's a very, very lovely guy. So we would like him to get more involved, I think, in the future with doing a lot more stuff on the channel. So if you do want to see that, I don't know, let us know in the comments, and then I come back. And they'd be like, well, why is everyone talking about this? What is this?
What did I miss?
Nothing. I was mugging you off, actually. Classic.
Super chat.
So, oh, you're not. Are you mic'd up?
No.
They might have picked that up.
They might have done.
That was quite good, actually. I'll give you that. That was a super chat.
Thomas Capenna?
Motherboard is pretty much ready to go, by the way, guys. Here it is, looking nice and fresh.
Is the 4060 Ti a good GPU for the 7800 X3D 1440p gaming?
Oh, have I done that? We wouldn't go with the 4060 Ti. I mean, again, every product or every graphics card would be good at a certain price point. And I know that they have come down in price, but here's a better question. Would you go for a 4060 16 gig or an 8?
7800 XT.
And that's not, if you had to get a 4060 Ti, because I feel like I'd be more likely if I really wanted one of those cards.
If I didn't have, if the money was the same, you'd get the 16.
Yeah, I think, I guess if you could get a bargain on a 4060 Ti 16 gig, I would rather have that. But then at the same time, if you can get like a 4060 Ti for under 400 quid, right? Like
390-ish, yeah.
375, something like that would be worth it. But I'm doubled up.
They're about 375.
I'm doubled up. Sorry guys, I only just noticed that one. We can turn that off.
Was it picture in picture?
Picture in picture, yeah, we're going good.
They're
so yeah,
it's 375 now for an 8 gig, but
no, that's you say now. That's rubbish.
What were they? They were
No,
400.
it's honestly, that card is just a bit of an embarrassment, really, isn't
the
it?
16 gig is like 440.
Yeah, so
That's still a lot.
440 is better though than wasn't it 500 quid when it came out?
Yeah, it was 500 when it launched.
Ludicrous. Right, here's our case. Here's my face. That's the important bit. We've got our motherboard, and we're going to line this up, look, so that I/O. Actually, we can do a little peel. I would give that a 5 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't satisfying. Just chuck it on the floor, and then I step on it later, and then I go, ew. Or even worse, I step on it during a live stream, and then have to like go, ew, and get rid of it from my sock, and be really upset for the rest of the day. Are these cables in the way? Are they in the way? Maybe. A little bit. Yeah, these cables are in the way a little bit. So let's make ourselves a bit more room. But then you think they're all cable managed, so surely you don't want to untie these unless you absolutely have to. I mean, this is not the end of the world. This is still very easy at the moment. It just requires a bit of jiggery pokery, isn't it? There we go. I think that's in.
I've got a question for you, Marcus, from the audience.
Yep.
Is this live?
No. Never live. We don't do lives. Sorry, guys.
It's all a lie.
All the super chats, everything.
Ignore the red label in the corner that says live. It's all a lie.
Is this live? I mean, if we were doing this, oh look, that's slotted in. That's good. I'm liking that. That was swish. I'm really looking forward to plugging this in as well. Just the fact that it's there.
What, the 8-pin CPU?
Yeah. How are we going to drag this out to be a disastrous ITX build that's 4 hours long? Still, I think the most successful stream we did was that Fantex build. That was a disaster. You know, people like things going wrong. Which
the SSUPD one didn't go very well either.
Oh, that
the
one.
GPU didn't fit. It wasn't screwed down.
Oh, God.
The PSU had like
got
one
so
screw
angry,
in it.
didn't I? I did flip out yesterday. I was building in the Montech King 95, video to come, and I think I got it wrong because Yeah, I basically got it wrong and then was screaming at it and did have like one of those moments, had a breakdown. And then, yeah, it turns out I think I was actually doing it the wrong way. But yeah, you can look forward to that coming up next week. So yeah, we're just going to screw this motherboard in, nice and easy. I do need a new screwdriver that's got a magnetic head. Or, I mean, do you have a magnet? Because I think you can remagnetize them, can't you?
If you have like a strong magnet, just kind of sort of rub it around the magnet in a circular motion and it gets really strongly magnetized again.
Yeah, maybe I should just buy a magnet then. Right, cables. Here we have this CPU cable. This plugs in at the top to the CPU. That, what, you think that will work? Hang on, stop the video. Editor Carl thinks if I, oh, there it is. You reckon this will do it?
Yeah, and I gotta go pick up a screw.
Okay. This could be actually the best tip you guys have ever had on this channel. Again, from the pro.
I did it on one of my screws. I did it on the bottom of like a magnetic parts tray. I just sort of rubbed it around that for a bit.
And it worked.
And then it was a little bit too strong in the end.
How can it be too strong?
There.
Yeah, but let's find out. No.
Well, that's a bit aggressive.
Well, yeah, but that's okay. Maybe it's better because it was meant to have.
You can keep going. You can keep doing it.
Okay. All right. I'll take that on board. It's good. Good tip, everybody. Literally, good tip.
Good tip.
It's a good tip because it's the tip of the screwdriver. Okay, I'll hand that back. And we're resumed.
It's only a small magnet section as well.
So CPU's in there. We also need to plug in our little graphics riser. Oh, what's going on here? Why is that? What's going on here? Do I need to unscrew? Surely I don't need to undo all of these though. I will undo this one, but obviously the whole point is a lot of this is pre-routed, so you don't want to undo stuff you don't have to. I think that's just a bit short, but then that's obviously again by design. Come on, can you come through please? I'm so confused. Are you getting caught on something? What's going on?
Super chat.
He's enjoying that.
Hal Ben has asked, which is more profitable? Future Radeon GPUs with better 3D rendering support, or future NVIDIA GPUs being more cost effective? Oh, more probable, sorry.
I was going
to say more profitable.
Can you do the full question? Because I did go into like productivity mode.
What's more probable? Radeon GPUs with better 3D rendering support, or NVIDIA GPUs being more cost effective?
Well, 3D rendering support, a lot of that comes down to drivers as well. But we use NVIDIA, don't we, for well, ours isn't 3D rendering, ours is obviously video editing, but it works quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, NVIDIA...
I've never tried one, to be honest. I've never had like a high-end AMD GPU to...
The market will go based on what people want. So if people really weren't buying NVIDIA graphics cards, you know, I mean, the 4080, I guess, is an indication of that. They didn't sell maybe as many as they wanted or whatever, and they obviously did a new card to kind of fix that price point. But once you've got products at £1,000, you don't want to then start dropping them down unless you need to. So I can't see NVIDIA cards like really coming down. What's going on here?
They might sort of like flip-flop like they did with the RTX like 2000 series being horribly expensive and terrible value for money. Then the 3000 being, oh my.
It's fine. I think it's very top heavy. Yeah, sorry. I've just not got enough length. Yeah. I know it's very doable, but they could have made this cable slightly longer. This seems a bit unnecessary, to be honest.
Is it like stuck or is it like twisted?
Oh, maybe it's that. Oh, okay. Maybe it's this bit. Maybe it's this bit. Maybe she's worth it.
Maybe she's born with it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Right, has that made it better? That might that made it better? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll leave Cooler Master alone. That's fine. But you did have to undo those straps for maximum. Is girth the right word? It is a word.
It is a word. I don't know if it's the word you need.
Oh, that sounded bad, didn't it? But I think that was actually it going into the slot. But that did sound very breaky, didn't it? There we go. We're in.
Good clicks.
Yeah. Good clicks. Good clicks. There we go. That's in. How are we doing on the poll, by the way, for the graphics card?
It's an absolute landslide.
Let me guess, 4070 Ti or the 4080?
4080 Super is the preferred choice.
See,
47%.
you guys are predictable. You always go NVIDIA, you always go high-end, and all the time like, oh, AMD, why would anyone buy NVIDIA? NVIDIA's the worst, why would you do that? And then look, the numbers don't lie, people.
Everybody votes for NVIDIA.
True story though, this is probably still my favourite card in the range. But I must admit, I am still, I just think, if I was buying a graphics card tomorrow, for me, this is probably perfect, other than the fact that it would annoy me having those ray traced settings on disabled or low. It would always annoy me. I know every new game I got, it would wind me up. But big brain, smart choice is this.
Long-term play.
Yeah, we think 500 quid is a lot of money, but it's not stupid money. You've got 16 gig of VRAM, going to last you ages, great for multiplayer, 7800 XT, lovely stuff. If it was me, I'd probably go for a 4070 Ti Super though. And then I would be annoyed I'd spent so much money on it, but hey. Classic, that's what you get with these cards. Reluctancy followed by regret. No, I don't think regret's true. I mean, actually quite the opposite. So Ollie, who I spoke to yesterday, he asked me what he should get about a year ago, and I told him basically 4070 Ti. And do you know what he said to me on the phone?
No.
What, he said no?
Yeah.
All right, Ollie, no. No.
Get a 4070 Ti? No.
He said to me, this is going to look untidy, but it doesn't matter, does it? He said to me, I'm really happy with my 4070 Ti. It's been great. It's basically exactly what I needed. It was the right card.
Yeah.
And that was why, when everyone was like going nuts about how, oh, 4070 Ti, this, blah, 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 that's why I was still quite positive about it, because it was, for what most people need, it's the right level of performance. Granted, it's expensive, but you're still not paying as much money as like 4080, 4090. So 4070 Ti Super is probably my favourite one that they've now re-released. But then again, you're so close to 4080. Well, I don't know, it's 800 quid, £1,000. I'd probably get the 4070 Ti Super, I think. That's a good question. What would you get? 16
gig of VRAM with the Super. The Super, I think the Super fixed a lot of everybody's main issues with the original.
By the way, I'm going to, which by fix, you mean literally just price change, basically.
Price change and more VRAM.
Yeah. I'm going to plug this fan in, guys. There's some headers down here at the bottom, so I'm going to connect those there. It doesn't have to look pretty, particularly, because obviously you're not going to see it.
Your head's in the way anyway, can't see it.
Oh no, my big head. There we go. How's that? That's in. That's very much in.
Look at that cable management.
He's pulling a smug face. He's doing this. Right, okay, so those are most of the cables plugged in. I feel like I'm dragging this out because it's been so far, it's been so slick, so simple, so
straightforward.
We've also got a couple more cables at the top here. Maybe I am going to have to actually plug these in. Well, not plug them in, but undo that. This must be our, is that our CPU? Maybe. Because sorry, I've realised I'm processing. I'm like an older CPU right now. I'm trying to work out essentially what cable to plug into the CPU header and if the all-in-one has its own fan header. Oh no, there you go. So there's a pump header, or a fan header / pump header. I don't mean header, but I mean cable.
Cable.
There's a pump cable here. So yes, at the top.
Does it have a CPU?
Yes, we've got two. We've got CPU 1 and 2. So that's absolutely fine. So we will grab, oh, I'm gonna have to unplug it though, or untie it. That's a bit odd. Why would they put that down the bottom? That does seem odd. I think they've just bundled them all up and they are expecting you to untie them actually. Seems a bit of a missed opportunity when you've got loads of cables that are pre-routed. Why don't you sort of, I understand that, you know, different motherboards have things in different places, but CPU headers are almost always at the top. So it seems a bit odd to not have them there. But hey ho, doesn't really matter.
Would you say an 850 watt PSU is future-proof?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Next. No. Yeah, I mean it is. The only reason I'd say it wouldn't be 100% future-proof is don't forget the PCIe 5 standard, or ATX 3 standard, whatever you want to call it, is geared up for 600 watts. And I don't think they would do that unless there were going to be 600 watt GPUs at some point, at which point you'd probably want a 1000 watt unit. But if you know you're never going to spend, let's be honest, getting on for £2,000 of dollars on a 5090 or Tyson, what's the next one's going to be called? Who knows? Give me a scientist. Computer scientist.
I'm not the best at scientists.
Let's go with me. I got a computer science degree. The Cole. When they bring out their Marcus Cole architecture, then yeah, it might be 600 watts. But if you're not going to spend that sort of money anyway, then yeah, it's absolutely future-proof. That was quite a good way of explaining it, actually.
Yeah, as long as you never plan on spending £2,000 on a graphics card, you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry that this isn't very zoomed in, actually. Usually I'd have the different lens. Next time, I will change it round. But there's these little headers here. This is bad idea. Bad friggin' idea. This is so heavy. This is my left hand. This is really bad. Do you see those headers here? Look at what I do for like this channel one for you guys. Look, I put myself through extreme stress.
Extreme stress.
Extreme. Now I've got to refocus this camera. Oh god,
no, it's all wobbly.
This job's the worst. It's got a bit of shake to it now. Everything's going wrong. It's a disaster. It's not. It's fine. Yeah, shall we actually stop being a clown?
This is madness.
Madness.
Have you done a build in the Fantex NV9?
Yes, I didn't really like it. Did I? It's not that I didn't. I liked
the 7.
Oh. Well, if I didn't like the NV7, I probably won't like the NV9. It's just so big. Why does anyone need it to be that big? You know, if you need it that big, by all means. But I'm not convinced. I just think it's a bit too big. And it wasn't even, obviously you can't tell a big case off for being too big. The problem I had with the NV7 was it was so top heavy. So there was loads of space at the top. And if you put a normal radiator in and didn't push pull, it just looked a bit silly. It looked like there was just too much room at the top. So NV9 will be that scaled up. If you need it, great. It's a really nice minimal case. If you don't need that space, do yourself a favor, get something smaller. Bigger is not always better. Well, I mean, this is an ITX build, right? So I've done it again. It's double me.
Double me.
Double me.
I think when I move house, I might have to convert to an ITX PC.
Why is that?
For like my gaming PC.
For the banter.
Just because it's...
If Ellie's watching, she might be.
She might be.
If Ellie's watching, context, obviously, yeah, Carl's partner. I've got something to admit to you. Sorry to call you out like this, Carl. But the room you thought you were getting, which is the larger room for a home office, I've been told that's going to be the gaming room and you're in the small room.
Yeah. It's got to be
unlucky. It's got to be done.
The gaming room can be shared.
Gaming. What? But what? Because knowing she doesn't play games.
Yeah. The option's there.
It's the RuneScape room.
Yeah.
The rune. Roomscape.
Yeah.
Roomscape. Yeah, there you go. I'll go with that. We've got a front panel header to connect, and this is going to go down here. I mean, which one is it? You've got two. I think it's... okay, so there's a USB, and then there's a front panel connection here. It's the one nearest to the edge, or at least that's what it looks like. Is going to be our front panel connection. There you go, in that goes. Tuck the cable as we go to make it nice and neat. Anything else? Any more for any more?
We've got another super chat.
Super chat.
From Mr. Rainbow Loves Coffee again. I have tons of PC cables. Do you need more for that mini PC?
No, I'm all right. I mean, this is manageable. You think ITX can get a bit horrible, but this is fine. I'm distracted, aren't I? It's good distraction.
You don't know where to...
Is that for the... Yeah,
you don't need it to be neat. You can't see it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to, you know...
Go across the RAM.
Practice what you preach. USB-C, this little header. Still annoys me that this isn't reversible on the header itself. It's like, why?
Why is it just not a USB-C on the motherboard?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
sure there's a reason.
Hole.
Someone will be able to tell you. Then you've got your USB 3, which Cooler Master quite helpfully make purple. I say helpful, isn't really.
Doesn't do anything.
It's just funny, isn't it?
It's just fun.
That's their brand colour. I hope, by the way, when we put this back in, these don't overextend, because that would be annoying.
What was we had that with a build the other week, didn't we?
We did. That was the MSI
that was the Project
Pano,
Zero
but
one,
that was a
wasn't it?
pre-production unit, and they did tell me that it has since been resolved. It's not as resolved as I would like, but it certainly doesn't have that issue. It's gone from being a problem to being annoying. But that's better than it being a problem. But you know what's better than being annoying? Is not being an issue at all. So always room for improvement. Right, I think those are all of our cables plugged in now. So we've got a USB-C, USB 3, front panel connection, power for both the CPU and the ATX, which is like the board and everything else basically. This one at the top, the CPU does 12 volt, doesn't it? EPS 12 volt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then for the lower voltages, that's what the ATX does. Unless I'm going mad, but I'm pretty sure.
I've got a question from Aiden Espinoza.
Okay.
It's a good name.
Yep. I'll quickly just say I'm now going to move on and get this pump ready, because that will, of course, go on top of our CPU, something like that. I just want to make sure that I've got the AMD mounting hardware attached to it, or if it was an Intel system, obviously Intel, but I will say ITX, I would strongly recommend that you do go, especially in this chassis, for Ryzen, because they just use less wattage. Or obviously if you're going for a lesser rig, you can put like a lower wattage Intel CPU in, but I would tend to go for a lower wattage but still very powerful CPU over loads of cores and something that produce a load of heat. Carl, over to you.
Oh yeah, there it is. Aiden asked.
Is that his name? Aiden asked.
Aiden Espinoza asked.
Ah.
Asked PC Centric if he should get a 4K monitor with a 4070 Ti Super or a 1440p one.
Oh, good question. So, video I filmed earlier today, 47T Super, and it wasn't quite good enough for ray traced 4K, but was fine for non-ray traced 4K. 4070 Ti is good enough for ray traced 4K, not path tracing, but you can down-res it to 1440p. Now, 1440p used to be a bit annoying when it came to down-resing. So if you've got one of those games that instead of having any scaling, you have to manually set the resolution to 1440p, because that's not divisible, doesn't directly go into a 4K resolution, it would mean that you would get like pretty much horrible on-monitor scaling, wouldn't like look as good as a properly native sharp 1440p display. That has changed in the last few years. You've got things like DLSS and other scaling technologies that you don't actually set the resolution to 1440, you just lower down the scaling basically. So it's outputting in 4K, super sharp, your monitor displays it properly, but you're still getting a higher frames a second because you've like lowered down the DLSS. So actually I would recommend that you do go for that 4K monitor. Get one that's HDR as well if you can, and obviously be great for media. But just be aware you probably have to use DLSS performance if you want the same sort of performance as if you were going for like 1440p. Does that kind of make sense? It will still look better as well. So 1440p balanced doesn't look as good as 4K performance with DLSS. Make sense? That was probably the best answer I've given anyone. Usually it's a bit of waffle. That was quite good. A question I asked you, by the way, Carl.
Yes. We have a super chat. I'll jump in first.
No. The super chat can wait.
Oh,
right?
The The name is You Mad. Little Marcus is mad.
No, I just like the idea of someone being really nice and giving a super chat and then getting told off. No, honestly,
Sorry.
I'm joking. Go for the super chat.
You Mad asked, i7 14700K with a 4070 Super Ti.
I'll be honest, I wasn't listening. Can you start again?
That graphics card with a 14700K. Yay or nay?
14700. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, again, I would go with Intel if you want something that has more cores and you're going to be doing like quite a lot of things on your PC. So that's either doing things whilst gaming. I think you screw that in from the other side, don't you? Whilst you do things whilst gaming, or you actually do some productivity, you're making use of those extra cores. But if you are literally just purely gaming, I would still probably go for an AMD CPU, because you could get a 7800X3D for that sort of price point, couldn't you?
That is true.
I don't want to sound like I'm anti-Intel, because I'm absolutely not, and they're really good. They just produce a little bit more heat, and if they cost a bit more money, they're not always worth it. But yeah, i7's great. i7 and the i5s are really, really good. I just don't tend to build in them as often as I do Ryzen, because the Ryzen's just a bit more affordable, and I think it makes, from a pure gaming PC, I think it makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, how things changed. Do you remember like when Ryzen launched, and it was like kind of how Intel Arc is now?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is cool, and if you need loads more cores, it's great, but the single core performance of those were nowhere near as good as Intel.
Yeah.
So it was still Intel, but this generation has been very Ryzen, hasn't it?
It was super cheap though. I think like the 8 cores CPUs were like, 250 quid compared to like the 4 cores of Intel that were.
It was a disruption, wasn't it?
Like 400 quid. It was like, whoa.
Thermal paste. It was like what?
Whoa.
It's good. Thermal paste, by the way, it is tipping it down outside now. That is rain. I'm going to add some thermal paste to this. Small blob in the middle is fine. If you want to be like extra secure, then do a smaller blob in the middle and then like 4 dots around the side like that. But it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I've lost it. Where's it gone? It's gone around the side. So we want to grab our cooler now, and we want to hook this in. So you have these hooks here and here, and you just want to gently, making sure that you've got a fair bit of wiggle room actually in these hooks, line it up so that one of these hooks goes over the top one. It is a little bit finicky, but you can get there. So one's on, then push it down, and then 2 is on. Just about. I must confess, right, with these, sometimes it works really well.
I was literally about to say, sometimes I really like that mechanism, but then sometimes it just doesn't work.
This is what happened yesterday, and I think it's actually because I've put too much play in that.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's try that. So push that down over the top. Come on. I know you want to do it. Well, it doesn't actually. That's the point, isn't it? What is going on here? Now, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because this was pre-routed for me. If there was ever a radiator I was going to like, it's this one. Oh, what is going on here? What is going on? This is the bit we usually cut out. We've been found out, Carl. There we go. Right. That's on. One is in. Now we just need to do this one up, and it should. Oh, what's going on there? Should find itself its home. No, screw on. It doesn't want to screw on, Carl. It's being sad.
I'll give you some motivation. MM Mechanic said, "Love your content. You're good at building PCs."
Ah, yeah.
See?
I'm great.
It's not all a ruse.
No, it's just mostly a ruse. I'm actually AI. I'm not. What? Oh, this is so bum, honestly. What is this? Maybe I should just make it worse by tightening that up. I honestly don't get this, because you do find that some coolers just go on like a dream with these hooks. And then, yeah, you get others like this that just haven't. And it's quite annoying. So what I'm going to do is take that off. There we go. Give that a bit of a tighten. There we go. Happy days. Try again. I said try again. A little bit more. Ugh. Whoever invented this system, I'm not happy with. Oh, we're on. I know what we should do. We should have 2 hooks at the top and the bottom of the cooler.
Why do you sound like Dobby?
I don't know.
Harry Potter.
That's what I was going for. Yeah, Dobby invented this system. That's it.
I just got to hear it again in my headset.
It's a winner. It's a winner. Right. Then just tighten these up gently. Don't over tighten, but to be fair with this system, it's quite hard to over tighten.
Dobby says Harry Potter must not go to Hogwarts this year.
We have a super chat from King.
Is it Montec King 95?
Just King.
Okay.
Just, that's...
I mean, this feels like it's on, Carl, but I must admit, the other thing I don't like about this system is it's not actually always obvious how much pressure you've put on. Because I don't want to over tighten it, but generally, like that to me looks almost like too tightened, but then this one, not enough. Right, there we go. That's about right. That's about right. We'll soon find out when we boot it up.
And
if
the
our
temperatures are like 900.
Yeah, where's my phone? Oh, I can just use this. Overkill.
King asked...
Yeah, sorry, we were actually doing it. weren't we?
CPU GPU combo for high FPS 1080p for $1,500. I think if you're...
We've got a video on that, really, but I suppose...
High FPS 1080p. So you got to be 7800X3D, surely.
7800X3D, so that will cost you less than $400, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
Then that gives you about $1,100 to spend. So yeah, you're looking 4080 or 7900 XTX with a 7800 X3D. Easy, yeah. Unless you also want to include the board in that. Then you're basically looking at 4070 Ti Super and a B650 board.
Yeah, whole system-wise.
Yeah. Right, so this is our systemlet. It's coming along quite nicely. And I do think this would have been really quite quick and easy if I wasn't like gassing while I was doing this. I don't like that these aren't like completely even, but they are just hooks, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's even them out. There we go. There we go. That's better now. So it should have nice even pressure on the socket. Should be all fine and dandy. But we now, of course, need to put our graphics card in. Yeah. I mean, this is almost like NZXT H1-ish, isn't it? Like, it's definitely not quite as simple a thing as that was to build in, but I mean, that could also be a bit fiddly, and that is so much smaller as well. This is almost like the modern H1, the H1 that we didn't know we needed. I don't know where I'm going with this. The hero that we needed. It's not the hero we wanted. I don't remember the line. That's not like me. I'm like Batman superfan. Also, we'll say, do need to plug in our pump before we forget.
Yeah, that would be the last thing to forget to plug in. The worst thing, sorry.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
No, you can't get in there.
Yeah.
Well, you can always unplug the PSU cables if you needed to.
I'm in. Right. You worry too much, which is coming from someone that worries quite a lot. So that's an insult. We also did say when we get a chance, we were going to talk about the trending topic that we've missed.
Oh yeah.
Which is YouTube retirements, weren't we?
Yeah. Which
we will get onto a bit. But I think we need to say, what, 1 minute. You've got 60 seconds to get your votes in.
I think
that was meant to be Australian. Get your votes in
for the
GPU.
GPU.
Yeah.
48% now.
48%.
Nobody cares about the AMD GPUs are dead last.
But is that because people just like to see the NVIDIA ones? Because it's also
maybe
like...
so you teased it and you was like, oh, it's fresh in box.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just here for the unboxing.
Like recently, I've seen so many people order gaming PCs or like parts for gaming PCs with the affiliate links, and it's been so many like Intel i5s and i7s, which has surprised me. Yeah, people at the moment seem to be liking the Team Blue, Team Green combo. But yeah, so that's on. We just need to put our graphics card in, and then we should be pretty much ready to rock and roll. Graphics card. Oh yeah, we need to test them out. So let's start with the biggest one we have. I'm not sure about this, but I mean no. Yeah, I mean that is a no. Okay, so
sorry, Mr. Master.
This is when we need a soundboard. I'll have to do it. No, you can do the noise.
What noise?
Hold on, wait.
What noise was I meant to be making?
Wait, well, I'll tell you what the noise is. I'll mute the mic for a second, right? Okay. Right, so Cole knows the noise. So,
all right.
4090 Master. Yeah? Yeah, fair enough. So that's a no. This, I think, should fit. This is a 4090. Because I think they pretty much designed the case around these. So, let's have a look. That seems to fit, doesn't it?
That thing does seem to fit.
So the fingers... Oh, you have to obviously take the
screws out the bottom.
The screws out the bottom. But yes, that fits.
You didn't tell me what noise to make if it does fit.
Well, I don't know, just come up with one. That fits.
Yay.
Yep. This fits. However, I would say it's very, very cautious. Like, be very cautious about it because this is a pass-through card. No, actually, to be fair, I mean, it's not ideal because this is a pass-through card and you've got this gap here, right? Which is better than what you would have had, or it's slightly less than that, actually. Because it's not in. You do have a gap to allow some air, and there's a fan at the back that will actually blow air out of here. But obviously, the way this graphics card is meant to work is that loads of air comes here into this empty chamber. So your thermals will definitely be affected if you go for this particular card in here. So I actually would not want to go for a Founders Edition card in here unless you actively sort of needed it for space reasons.
Apparently you can expand the width of the case.
Who's telling me that?
Call the Master website.
Oh, so you could get around that.
Expandable width from 155 to 172 mil to allow for 4-slot GPUs.
Oh, okay. So I guess the
Master's still too long though.
Huh?
The Master.
Yeah, the Master would be too long, but okay, you can get a bit more width.
Get thicker ones in.
How do you do that then? How does it get wider?
I don't know. There's no like. It just says make it wider.
Okay.
You could probably look in the manual.
The manual. Right, you can tell me. That's your job from now on. Because that would be good. If you could make it wider, it would give you that little bit more room to allow for not only Founders Edition cards, but then thicker cards. If you want to go for a baby GPU, that will fit in there as well. But I would ideally go for something with 3 fans. I have a feeling this isn't going to work. This is a TUF 7900 XTX, but I'm ready to be proved wrong. No. Can it be made taller?
Not taller. No.
So that's a no-go as well, which is always going to limit the appeal because these cards do, and the pictures look so similar to older generation cards, I guarantee most buyers get it in and they all make the same noise.
Was you asking me something?
You meant to do a noise.
What noise? Oh,
No, not that noise. Oh, okay, don't worry. I
was trying to read the
I'll
menu.
say it again. So I reckon all the buyers, everyone that buys like one of these new generation graphics cards,
Yep.
that has only seen pictures like on the website,
Yeah.
they think they are similar to the old generation, so they get it home, take it out of the box, and they make this noise.
Oh no.
I would have gone with, oh, or oh. Yeah, something like that. So, point being, if this case was slightly taller, it would have accommodated more cards, but then it would have been bigger. Okay, well, you know what? We probably should actually get the card in question ready. So,
It's down
the
there.
really big cards have failed,
They don't want that.
but we need to test whether it fits in.
Oh. Okay. I was reading the manual. I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Nah, that's all right. What does the manual say?
You've got to like take off like the bottom,
The
bottom, and then you have to take the feet off.
Okay.
And then there's like some screws underneath it, which you can undo.
Yep.
And then you've got that bracket thing has got like a bit of a hinge on it.
Okay.
And then you have to put the other top piece on.
So we might actually need to do that. We'll see what it's like without. So here is our 4070 Ti. And you, like, genuinely, if you're watching this video and you seriously want to buy the chassis, I've just realised HD audio's not been plugged in, but whatever. Yeah, if you're going for this case, be aware, as a general rule, 4070 Ti's use different coolers to the 4080s and above. So you'll find that the coolers, despite the fact that they probably look quite similar in the picture. Okay, let's play a game. This one has cellophane on it, so we don't have the rights for that. I don't know. Unless you're going to like critique it whilst you're doing it, but let's not.
It was a bad song.
Song?
It's not even a song, is it?
Song? I don't know what it's from, but it's like a game or something. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to play a game, and it's called Which GPU Am I Holding? And I want everyone in the comments that's watching this live, right, to participate. This is a genuine game. This is not a joke. This will be patented by me.
Painted?
Patented. This will be painted by me. And you just wait. This is going to be a big hit. So we're going to play a game. And it's called What Graphics Card Am I Holding Up? Okay. So this is to prove a point. Okay. So this is the 70 Ti Super. This is the TUF Gaming. Okay? Yep.
Yeah.
So to prove my point, which is that they look very similar from the pictures, except one is way bigger than the other, I'm now going to pick one of these cards up at random, and you're going to vote in the comments which one it is, okay? So which card is this? Okay? And which card is this? Yeah? I'll be amazed. Well, I won't be amazed. I mean, you might be able to work it out. But which was which? Which was first, which was second?
Should I do a poll? Or...
No, people just let in the chat.
All right.
Comments. People know how this works.
Just comment.
Which was which? So I'll do that for you again, okay? Which was which? First card. And here's the second card. Which was which? Same order as before. What was one? What was two? What? What were you saying?
Two people have said that's the same card.
Well, I know they look very similar. They're different. So,
the second one is 80. No, the first one is 80. Somebody else said.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, neither of them were 80. They're actually 70 Ti's. But
yeah. So has chat got it right? Who's got it right?
Rivstar said they're the same card.
Right.
Neil Honky said same order as before. Jimbo said same one.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who have said. Some people think that they're different. Some people think they're exactly the same.
So we've kind of proved the point, though, that it is hard to tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so the joke was that both times it was the same card. And like the first time, it was the 7900 XTX. Second time was a 4070 Ti Super. So I'm going to do it again for real now. Okay, so I promise these will be different cards. But I'll do it quicker. So which is which? I'm going to do it with one hand, because obviously one card's bigger than the other. So very quickly, what card is this?
Number one is...
And what card is that?
Number two is...
Or maybe, no, disregard that, because I think that'll be too easy. So what I'm going to do, same again, but I'm going to change the camera on both times, so you can't really cheat. So, which card is this? Okay. Go to camera 2. And then, what card is that? I think you'd be able to work it out, but crucially, you'll see This game that we spent far too long on, you'll be able to see that the point is they look quite similar in the pictures on the website, so you might not actually know how big it is. That was the longest point I've made. Oh, hello. Ooh. So let's grab our card. Would this have fit in? Yes, there you go. And the cool thing about this as well, this actually would be the perfect card to fit in here. Like, you've got loads of space there. I mean, assuming the side panel goes on. I mean, I guess we should probably check that. How are people doing on the guessing?
They've put, was it first was 4070 Ti, said Jimbo. Paul reckoned the second was the 4070 Ti.
Okay, yeah.
Edward K said XTX, then the 70 Ti Super.
So we're getting a load of different responses, so I think the point has been proven.
Yeah.
But the truth was that it was the Radeon card first, so the 7900 XTX, then the...
Did you do like a side-by-side so people actually know how big one is?
Probably not, which might be more useful. So there is indeed actually quite a big difference in the size. But if I do that, suddenly they look identical, don't they?
Look at the thickness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, misleading. So I would say even the TI, like the 4070 Ti, even that is probably slightly bigger than you expect it to be. And then you get into that 7900 XTX territory, and that is just madness.
Just
Mad big.
madness.
Are we thinking of Leo from Kit Guru?
Yeah, we are.
Which is madness. That's his favourite phrase. So let's plop this in.
We've got a super chat. £1 from Nikki J Actress.
Super
Thank
chat
you,
from
Nikki.
who, sorry?
Nikki J Actress.
Nikki J Actress.
That's the.
So is that like is that the real name, or is that like the Nikki J is an actress? Is that what we're saying?
I'm guessing so.
Okay. Yeah. What's the super chat?
They didn't name it. They didn't write it.
Oh, okay.
They just sent us £1 just to say hi.
Oh, that's very nice and generous. Thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us for this.
Cyber Matt said you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about with the GPUs.
Don't worry, we're just friends. Is this going to go in? Please.
That's when you find out you need to make it wider.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I mean, it lines up perfectly. It's just, it's not lining up perfectly. What's going on here? What's going on here? Come on. Right. So that's in. Happy days.
I don't know, it doesn't look in from this side.
No, I know it's not in, but it's, it's like... It's turmoil. I mean, you can see what I mean. Like, it'll definitely fit it. It's just... Is there a clash? What's going on?
Is it not the that last PCIe slot cover?
I don't think so. I'll take it out, but I don't think so. Can't hurt. Can't hurt, can it?
Can't hurt.
Cuts himself.
Nikki J Actress is actually an actress and dancer.
Oh, there we go. What sort of dance? Ballroom? Latin? Freestyle? I'm your freestyle dance teacher. That's a good meme, that one. We like that. What's going on here? What is going on here? Look, it's not difficult. Okay.
Is there a cover over it?
Right, that's meant to line up. It's meant to line up.
Is it all of the things sticking at the bottom?
It could be these. You benchmarked this one, didn't you?
No. What is it?
Yeah, the TUF. You did. 79, the 4070 Ti Super.
Did I not have a gigabyte one?
No, I'm you gave this back to me, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Who knows? That looks better, doesn't it? There we go.
It was those little things at the back.
It was the rubbers. There we go. Right, so that's what this looks like. See, perfect fit. Just want
That's a
to...
good fit. That's a good fit. Good sun. Oh. Crunch.
Just want to double check.
Marcus used crunch.
No, oh, right, don't get me started. I'm going to have to talk about this now. Oh my, I am not a happy boy, am I, Carl?
No, you didn't enjoy your experience.
I didn't enjoy my experience, no.
You probably meant to screw the GPU in first.
Yeah, I know, but we're not using it, are we?
Oh yeah.
I'm just wanted to make sure that it doesn't interfere. But yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Are we happy?
Happy boy.
Are these both the same as well? No.
One's got a big hole in it.
Big hole.
I think it's meant to be that one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That's it. Nice push.
Okay, so yeah, I think plenty of clearance there. Oh, you know what it is when we talk about making it wider?
Yeah.
It probably doesn't. The metal won't be wider, will it? It'll just, that will come out more.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, interesting. Oh,
nearly. Oh.
But actually, is it always going to be in the same slot? Like you can't move the slot over, can you?
No, it's just the thickness of the
yeah.
GPU.
So if you were going to use the 4080 Founders like we are,
yeah.
What I would actually want to do in an ideal world is make it wider so you could move the slot over a little bit, just to give yourself a bit more room behind the card. But I don't think we can do that, so I don't think we need to make it wider.
No.
So yeah. Remember this keyboard as well. Not an ad. I just have to move it from the box. Still love this thing. It is
so heavy.
So good. Satisfying. I don't even know that. What's this called? ROG Azoth.
Azoth.
Very expensive, but this is very good.
Good keyboard.
We haven't even left it linked down below. We gain nothing by saying this is good. I've got a burp. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh. Usually those. No, sometimes they get cut out.
And my trousers have fallen down. It is a disaster area.
We've got a super chat from Opus.
Which case is which? Which is the Cooler Master NCORE and which is a box? Let us know in the comment section.
Is there no filter? Oh yeah, I was going to say.
That could be an Xbox, that actually looks like an Xbox. This is not interesting, sorry. I get distracted far too easily.
We've got a super chat from Opus, Marcus.
Super chat. There we go.
They just said hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Opus.
Thank you so much. Right, I'm going to do something a bit creepy now. So everyone watching this, you are appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. We enjoy your company and your presence.
Make sure you like the video and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Apparently, it makes things glow if you say like the video.
Does it?
It makes the thumb glow.
Does it actually?
I don't know if it works in live streams.
Oh God, it almost happened. It almost happened. That's bad. If you do get one of these,
open it.
Don't do that. Open it. Like
and then
this.
it all falls out.
Yeah, or it falls out.
Oh.
I know that it looks cool, but there's far too much risk of it falling out. I'm not a fan of that. So here is our jet black 4080 Super. I mean, I think that does look a bit nicer than the old one. That's the 4090, but yeah, I prefer the jet black look. But then it depends, because if you've got a motherboard with like some silvery accents on it, then obviously that'll look better.
I also find it weird that with the Founders Editions, they're different colours.
Well, they just do that to guys.
The metal is slightly different shades as you sort of go down.
Because they're trying to make it, just the products look different. Don't forget, guys, that the only reason NVIDIA brought out new cards is because they want them to look new. That's it. Because we are very simple people. We buy the newer stuff. So even though this is basically the same, and it's a lower price point, your average buyer will go, oh, this only came out this month, I'll get that, it's newer. It really is as simple as that. Businesses want to make money. How about that?
New is new.
Right, 4080 Super. We grab the cards. I do think it is going to get a bit warm in here, I've got to be honest with you. I can't see an instance where it doesn't get quite warm.
Marcus used crunch.
I didn't, I used bite. No, it doesn't work. It does not work. Look, I'll move this round so you can see. It shouldn't be too bad because there's a much, much bigger gap than you'd get in a NZXT-H1. Not that that would fit this card anyway. And you do have that fan at the back that is going to be blowing some of that air this way. And the fan is where the exhaust is. So I do think you'd be all right because this card runs really quietly anyway. And you do, of course, have a fan here that will be exhausting out of, or where is it? You've got a fan here that will be like exhausting down the bottom.
Yeah.
So they've thought this through. I think you'd be all right.
Does look clean.
Does look clean.
The right angle cable is going to be the wrong way round, though. Is it or not?
No, no, it's
No?
not.
Ah, good.
They thought about it.
It's
So-
different on different cards, though, isn't it?
Ooh. Case used, screech. Oh, that we haven't got onto that yet. Basically, I last played Pokemon Black. Okay, that was the last time I played a Pokemon game, and I enjoyed it. It was good. So I haven't played for ages. Don't really know why, to be honest, but just hadn't. I've got a Switch, and I was going to Vegas, as you know, and I thought, right, well, now is the time to finally get on the newer Pokemon games. So I bought Pokemon Scarlet. And as a game, it's pretty good. But as a Pokemon game, oh, it annoyed me so much. I was messaging him every single day. It's like, why is it like this? Why is the frame rate so low? What have they done to this game? Why is it like made for children? Why have you got to go to friggin' school? Why is everything so lame? Oh, it makes me angry. And all it made me want to do was use this. Right? I found it the other day, and turns out the games on the used market are like 80, 90 pounds. What colour do you think this is?
Green.
It's kind of grey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Overhead will work better for this, actually. Look, whoa! This is, yeah, well, it looks like the grey, but it's, come on, it's the black Game Boy Advance. Just faded a bit, right? No, it's the purple one. Look at that.
What?
Look, it's purple.
How?
Well, it's because it was in the sun.
Left in the sun.
Left in
yeah.
the sun. Oh, it just feels so good. Things don't feel like this anymore.
Buttons, the shoulder buttons feel awful,
So
though,
good.
don't they?
Awful.
Yeah. the
Yeah, I
shoulder
know, but you
buttons.
don't really use them very often. Anyway, you know what? Jay's 2 cents is ruin the phrase "I digress" because that's his thing. He says it all the time. So now, if I do just naturally say it, it's like, oh, you're copying Jay. No, it's in the English language. Anyway, need to
super
screw
chat.
this in. Another Have we actually?
Yeah, from Chris Countway.
Oh, and what would Chris like to say?
Hello from Canada. I just subscribed today
Oh,
and really
did you?
enjoy the channel.
Awesome.
7950X with an X670E.
Yeah.
7900 XTX. What power supply should I go with?
I would say 850 or 1,000. If there's not much price difference, go with a 1,000.
Yeah, I'd future-proof yourself a little bit more, especially if you've got that sort of cash to spend on that sort of build.
Cashola, yeah. Just want to make sure this is in properly. I mean, I know why they've given you a right-angled connection, but whether that was the right...
We've got another super chat from Cyber Matt.
Cyber Matt?
Cyber Matt, not Cyber Monday, it's Cyber Matt.
I've just realised we're done.
Oh, well then we got
I told
time
you
for a
that was
super
easy.
chat.
Yep, super chat, please.
4070 OC, would it be suitable for 4K or just stick to 1440 and 1080?
4070 is in that cutoff point. So even if you bought a 7600 XT, which is basically a 1080p card, can do some mild 1440p but has 4K 120 output. If you're playing older titles, which let's be honest, loads of us go back and play older titles, then yeah, you can do like 4K 120 on that card, right? So when we're talking about what cards can do, we're always talking about like the current games, but something like 4070 kind of sits in the middle where if you're playing like, I wouldn't even say an old title, like a light title, 4K, yeah, definitely. But if you want to play Alan Wake at 4K, then not so much. But also, like I said earlier in the stream, if you weren't here, where were you? Don't forget you've got all these different resolution scaling technologies now, basically DLSS, FSR, things like that, particularly XeSS, really, DSR. They do a really good job of dynamic resolution scaling. So even if you can't run every game at 4K, if you had a 4K screen, rather than down-resing it to 1440, you could just set DLSS from quality or balance to performance, and you're still going to get probably better, well, you are going to get better than 1440p quality, but you get a much higher frame rate. So yeah, actually, like higher res screens do make sense, just they get more expensive. So like a 4K, 240 screen is going to be like what, 1100, 1200, maybe more, versus a 240 hertz, 1440p monitor. You probably get nearer the £500 mark.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It depends what you play as well. If you prioritise shooting games, that sort of stuff, you want high FPS.
We don't say that word on the channel in case we get demonetised. I don't think it's actually an issue, but I never do it. True story, I got my whole channel... Have I told you this story? Like, genuine and true story. My whole channel got demonetised for the best part of a year because I made a video that said, our first person...
Games.
Yeah, yes. Yep. But the
S word.
Yes. Yeah, our first person games getting boring.
Yeah.
Okay? And everything was fine. Everything was absolutely fine. Then, if you recall, there was that really bad shooting in Vegas.
You said the word.
Oh. And I've said, oh, it's a disaster. Oh, no. That actually is bad. Yeah, so you recall that happened.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was terrible. And at that time, I think in the back end, they started to like just demonetize any channel or video that had that word in the title. So my channel got demonetized, right, for the best part of a year, and nothing I could do would fix it. You know, new videos had nothing to do with like even FPS games, like literally nothing. And one day I went, I reckon it's that video. I changed the title to Our First Person Games Getting Boring.
Yeah.
And then magically the channel was fixed. It was that pathetic.
Just the title.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
In one video.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
So yeah, I was a bit annoyed by that.
That's the problem of like the algorithm.
Yeah, so that's why I don't say like, you know, like internet games. I say FPS. So that's because you edit them as well. So you probably notice I retake sometimes.
Yeah.
When I say that, because it's just not worth it. Saying it in a live stream is probably not great though.
We've had 2 super chats.
Oh, we don't need this anymore. This can go. Sad
Sorry,
times.
AMD. You tried.
That would only work if you didn't see. What people probably saw was that on the off of the camera, me. Let's see if I can actually do it. Like, there's the AMD graphics card. Look. Did that look legit?
Didn't it look like you kicked it from the...
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yeah. I didn't kick it. I threw an empty box on the floor.
We've got 3 super chats need to read out, Marcus.
3?
3.
Super chats.
So the first one, Mr. Rainbow loves coffee again. Said,
what sort of coffee does he like? Is he from the UK? If he is, I can chat to you about good roasters for a long time.
Well, we've got 2 others to get through first.
Okay.
They said, I digress is now yours.
I don't think Jay would agree, though, would he? But thank you for the super chat. Like, genuinely, you never need to super chat, but we always appreciate it. And Carl gets half of the, I don't know, the net or gross amount or whatever it is.
The number.
What? Yeah.
Griffin1192, 7900 XT, lots of coil whine. Is it because of their bronze 750 watt power supply?
Power supplies can cause it. I mean, actually, interestingly enough, the power supply I've got downstairs, it never even used to do this. My water cooled build has been fine, but I played Civilization the other day, which isn't even that intense. It doesn't matter what I do. And you cap the frame rate, and then it goes. It's like, oh, can we just stop? So I had to wear headphones with that. But some games are prone to it. Some cards are prone to it.
Yeah, I found it's like some
supplies.
games. I think Halo Infinite is awful for it in the menus. As soon as you play the game, it just disappears. It's like, how?
That's how you get viewers to leave that have headphones.
I did just get to hear that again.
Sorry. Let's see if we can put this back together.
We've got another $20 super chat from Kenny.
$20? Wow, thank you so much.
Kenny said, hey, just wanted to say you guys are awesome. You got me into PC building. Still running 5950X and a 3090 Ti. I'm jealous of Europe and their Palette 4090 Game Rock. Can't get those in the US.
Ah, the Game Rock is a classic, to be fair.
That's what I've got in my editing PC.
You do. And the thing is, we actually probably would buy, as much as it would pain me to do, I think we would probably buy a 4090 for like your editing rig.
For editing, yeah. As much as it'd pain me.
Well,
especially now.
So much money, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so much money.
And we've got another super chat from Scotty07. They didn't write anything. They just
Oh,
they just
well,
gave us
thank you so
just
much.
sent £2.
Like, genuinely, guys, super chats, as I say, you never need to do them, but we will always be very grateful. It's just nice that you can enjoy the videos. But yeah, to anyone that wants to send a super chat, like, genuinely, we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've got to remember. Oh, I see. It's because I haven't put that bar back in, have I? Do you remember the bar?
Barbara Ann. Yeah. There's like the little hingy bit on it, which you can help push it out a bit.
Can I remember how this goes back, though? That's the question. It kind of was like here, wasn't it?
Was it not the other corner?
No, it was definitely where all these cables were. Very sure. Very sure. I think it was that way around, though. Kind of went on like that.
The long square bit should be at the bottom near the motherboard I/O.
Long square bit. Yeah.
No, it's on the other corner, isn't
Which
it?
corner?
The back corner where the motherboard I/O is.
No, what?
No?
What are you talking about, Willis? No, it's this corner, Carl. Like, you're normally a smart chap, but you've...
Well, I'm looking at a picture. Look, there's motherboard I/O right next to it.
No, because you've got the other one this side. Look, you have your connections, like, on each corner. Well, the pins, that's where they go in. And I remember doing it.
Oh.
And it was definitely on this side as well, wasn't it, I think? Yes, so it goes on like there. Like
It's
that.
on that corner with all the cables on here.
But then the question becomes,
Just...
how does this then... How did this attach? Didn't it just come out?
Is it... Oh, look, the hinge has got locks on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's unlocked. So...
Yeah, on the outside. Yeah? Yeah, that's it. And then push it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really easy. Okay. Wow. I'm impressed by that.
Just push it on and turn the hinge.
Yeah, you literally just push it on and move the things up. That's very cool.
That's the GPU one.
GPU 1.
Oh.
What, are we using GPU 2?
Yeah.
Aha. So that goes on.
Oh, not like that.
That goes on. That goes on, that goes off.
I think you have to like push it towards the front of it. That's at a funny angle.
Oh, it's because the bottom's not in, I think. Or is it upside down? No.
No, yeah.
Shall I move it around this way?
There we go.
Oh. This is what happened at CES, by the way, when I went. I tried taking it apart and this happened. And I did
Good push.
my classic thing of running away. There you go.
There you go.
That's in. Oh. Move around the other side.
It looks heavy. It looks dense.
It is one dense yeah.
Dense boy. Thin boy fat.
Thin boy fat. Great name. I like that it's I as well. Thin boy. Thin boy fat.
That's old school.
I've never been laughed at more than when I did a presentation. I was the president of the Photography Society. It was serious at university. And I had to log into my email. Like halfway through doing a presentation, because I had to get my slides.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sorry guys, and I didn't realise the projector was on. And I was like displaying what I was doing, and suddenly I heard like hysteria to my email address. It was like thin boy fat. Oh no! Don't use that one anymore. Funnily enough, long dead.
I still got my original email address from since I was a boy.
Yeah.
My brother made it for me when I was like...
What, you still got
10.
it now?
Yeah, I still use it daily. There's a cable trapped
What's
at
the
the bottom.
username and password for that account?
There's a cable trapped.
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 Ah, okay, yeah.
What's the username and password
Yeah.
for it? For an email address.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sounds good.
use crunch.
If a joke lands once, keep doing it over and over again. That's what I say. Easier this way, because then you can just see it's all lined up. But yeah, it's just probably some of those cables, isn't it?
Yeah, and the AIO There's a bit of a bulge there.
Bulge. What's going on? What's going on? Well, yeah, it probably is, as you say, just those cables. Cables. No, it should be fine though. I'm not worried.
There's a lot of bulk there.
Bulky boy. You're going to be a bulky boy after tonight because I'm doing you dinner again, aren't I?
Use bulk up.
We've got that to that stage. You know?
Look what is going on with that cable there.
Which one? This one?
That one.
It's fine.
There we go.
Don't worry about it. Ah.
Quick before it pings out. And now the USB-C cables are trapping it at the bottom.
Oh, come on. I mean, generally speaking, this has been pretty easy, you know, to do.
So you could just leave the side panel off if you like that look.
What, it's paid 350 quid or almost $400 for a case and then just leave half of it on the floor.
Yeah.
That sounded better, didn't it?
That sounded like a good click. So give it a good push at the bottom. That's it. Good clicks. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it slid out. I think you have to like. There's something stuck at the top. Right at the very top. You see it? Looks like there's like.
Where?
On the actual case itself.
Your hand. They haven't
My
seen
hand,
you. They're going to
no.
work out what you look like.
Right at the top, up there. It's like catching on something.
This?
Yeah, because there's like a little scratch there on something.
That?
Yeah.
That's glue.
Oh.
Yeah,
And that little thing sticking out as well.
That? No, that's fine.
No?
Yeah. Right, let's try again. If at first you don't succeed, do the same thing over and over again.
Just keep pushing it in.
It could maybe be like these PSU cables. Maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's these. Let's try, let's humour me for a second. Let's try with all these cables just moved.
Then try and hinge it.
Yeah, because then that is how it goes on. Is that in? Didn't we last time we managed to...
No.
Ah, here we go, here we go. I mean, again, like, it is fine, I will get it, but I think this probably could be improved, this bit, because it's not the first time that I've had this issue, but then the other side went on with no issues, did it? Right,
no
that sounds good. We're happy with that.
Sounds good. Just try and keep weight on it, I guess, as it goes down.
No, then pop us out. What are you doing?
That's it. Push.
No,
It's just...
it doesn't want to do it. Well, I don't really understand why, if I'm honest. I don't really get it. So am I doing something wrong?
Is it try moving the cooler pipes?
Because that's it, okay? Right, we're happy with that.
Oh. Oh, there it goes.
It's just going to ping again. It's just going to ping again.
There it goes. I think there's too much bulk.
Welcome to Marcus tries to put case back together again for a long time. It might not even work as well, you know, which is funny. So we could
test that first.
Well, that feels like giving up. To be honest with you. You say it's too much bulk. I don't know if that's what it is or not.
I think it's too much bulk.
It's just like these tubes.
The tubes.
What about? Right. What about?
The tubes were there to begin with, so.
Yeah. No, they might have been like slightly different though.
Well, that looks good.
You like that, do
Yeah.
you? You're into that.
The twist on the the CPU cable.
No, it is.
Oh, we've got 2 super chats, Marcus.
Is genuinely,
You're not ready for
surely
the
this
super
is no
chat.
longer entertainment. Maybe it is.
It's stuck at the bottom.
You're stuck. Right, we good?
That sounds good.
It doesn't. Big head.
But I don't want to
Oh.
use my head.
Oh, but why? What about if you put it in? So that's wrong. We know.
I think it's worth. Griffin1192 sent a super chat saying, "Have you tried throwing it against a wall?"
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think I might be onto something here. Tell you what I'll do. I will use a cable tie.
Cable management.
Yeah. So if I get this tube,
Tie the tube.
tie the tube.
Tie the tube to the cable.
Yeah. Just like that. There we go. Lovely stuff. Not too tight, because obviously the last thing you want to do is put a kink in your tubing, but it should be absolutely fine like that. Sort of stow these things down there a little bit. Push that down, that should all be fine. And then what we're going to do, nice and easily, we're going to grab this, we're going to picture in picture, most important thing. We're going to lay this down like that. Does look quite substantial now, doesn't it? Impressive. We're going to line this up perfectly, get some good alignment on that. Because if I say this in PC-centric voice, then it must go right. There we go. Really nice and simple, straightforward. That's in. Yeah. Is that better? Yeah?
I missed it.
No, that you missed it. I think the cable tie was the trick. But I have
So
a
it
feeling
was the pipe after all.
I have a feeling that probably will still pop off if you tap it a few times. Oh no. I hate radiators. Honestly, it's not even the radiators. Pumps. Pumps. But whatever, you'd never well, you would know.
Yeah, just turn it sideways.
I don't actually understand that one though. What specifically is causing that issue? It seems a bit odd. I'll try one more time before I give up.
Wouldn't be a PC-centric live stream without something going wrong.
Well, this is the reality, isn't it? It is what it is. I like doing lives though, because I feel like I can be myself, which is just an angry man, an angry I don't know, angry person. Oh, so there's two different holes, so you could put it in that one. Maybe that was the problem, but I don't think so. Ah! Mahaya.
The PC case is content farming.
This is all fake. This isn't even live. We pre-recorded this and thought it was such good content that we would just stick with it. Look, it's got a hinge, so why are you doing that?
Do you need like a third hand to hold down all the cables?
We shouldn't need it though. We just shouldn't need it. Look, that clips in. We're happy, yeah?
Yeah.
That's clipped in. All good. It then slides down a bit. Okay. No issue.
There's like little.
And then it pops off. So I have a feeling maybe, actually, genuinely, the issue is that I'm putting it in the wrong hole. Because you've got your two on the back side. So I'll show you what I mean. Look, you've got these two here, there and there.
Oh yeah.
So you've got two different options, and then only one set of pegs. So it could be that I'm actually just doing it wrong. So let's try what should be the final time. So we go in, clips in, happy days. This comes down.
Change angle.
Change places. No, unless that is still. Oh. It's massive sticker that's very keen to remind me it's toolless. So thanks for that.
No, it's like it's going to cover the power supply at the bottom.
Oh, so that's not right then. So it does have to be. Yeah, it does have to be there. Okay. Because that then that goes in there.
Oh.
Oh. Hold on a minute.
He was very loud.
Woo! Why are you doing this to me, Case? Oh. And it's a fine line between you're an idiot and the case could be improved. It's somewhere in the middle.
Get the monitor out. See if it works.
See if it works first. Oh. Makes me so mad. I got so angry the other day when I was doing gameplay and I won or I lost or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, I smashed the table and actually had a bad wrist for about 2 weeks. I had instant regret. Monitor.
There's the one over there.
1080p boy.
1080p boy.
Okay. Just amuse yourself, guys. Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about Marcus. He's just taking a deep breath.
Oh. There we go. That is pretty annoying though, isn't it? Do you want to have a go? Like, I'll put it there for you. You can have a quick go while I set this monitor up. Not that I think you'd be able to drastically change anything in that
Just let a shot as well.
short period of time. Oh, he's got... You're good. Not far away to 750k subs, and then that is when Editor Carl makes his appearance.
Debut.
Oh, what a great player.
First team
He's done
debut.
so well in the junior leagues, but he's made his way up to the conference. Really exciting stuff. Oh yeah, I can also take this opportunity. I was going to talk about YouTube retirement.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the trending topic 2 weeks ago and I've missed the boat.
It's a trending topic 2 weeks ago, so here we are.
It's an interesting topic because I think people, there are genuinely people out there that still think that a video that is 10 minutes long, you know, takes like an hour to make, maybe, you know, or maybe takes 10 minutes to make. There's so much work that goes into everything that we do. Even this, which is more like, what, it's a live stream, it's like a radio show, right? We have to research before and after. So, yeah, these are obviously relatively easy, but then you still have like afterwards, you have to like take everything down, clear up, put everything away.
I don't want to ruin your thunder, but I've done it.
Have you actually?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
I wouldn't say you ruined my thunder. You've done me a favour. What do you do differently?
I was very gentle.
Okay. We'll never know what he did, but it did.
I could do it again.
Definitely not.
So look, no popping. It's on there.
Okay. Well, you must have done something different.
I was just.
Well, there we
Maybe
go.
whereas you hinged it from the front, I just went from the back.
Back first.
Yeah, I just pushed it straight in a straight
Okay,
line.
interesting. Well, there we go. That was what I was going to say. Retirement plan is Editor Carl takes over. He's clearly better than me anyway when it comes to PC building. So, yeah. They also
So
say...
see you next time.
This is A5. It says on the box. Was it A5 size?
No, wait. It was so good. It was such a good slogan.
A5 size, like A5 power or something.
A5 size, A+ power.
Ah, I would have gone with AA.
A+ power, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your you got a book somewhere to compare it?
Oh yeah. Well then, well, here's an A5 notebook. Is this
Content.
Yeah, content. Yeah. I mean, I think this is slightly smaller than A5 actually. This is the worst content yet. Look, there you go. It's about A5 size. If you know what an A5 notepad looks like, then yeah, you'll know what this looks like. But okay. I also did that because I wanted to move it around and kind of see if I could ruin Carl's work. I was unable to, so yeah. HDMI, I need one of these, which we now have. Let's see if it works. Big expectations here. Oh, wait. Oh.
It's down the bottom.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is always the thing about ITX that I don't like. Oh, you have to...
Oh, you broke it.
Oh, that's a shame. You have to plug in the graphics card from underneath. Sorry, Carl.
Oh, you're so happy about that.
I'm actually not. No, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all.
This is going to be a sideways PC.
What was that? What was that? Who was that? Was that me or you?
I think it was me.
We're just laughing at ourselves now. That's what this has come down to. Oh. How has everyone found, by the way, the 40 series launch? Let us know in the chat. Like, not even just 40 series, but all these new-ish cards that have come in January. How excited are you? I'm going to guess not very, because the views have not been fantastic. Why is that not going in? Why is that against me? Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. We made it. So what, you're saying put this side in first, eh?
Yeah.
What, click it in? Is that what you're saying?
Well, just kind of line it up and push.
And then what?
Push. Push.
No. There's probably cables in the way.
There you
It'll do. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I think the mechanism to open and close it could be better, to be honest with you. It's not terrible, but if you have any like cables like we have here today that trail a little bit, you're kind of asking for trouble. That's the wrong cable. That needs to come over here. The power supply is probably not on, is it? Which side was the power supply?
The bottom.
Where is, no, is it?
It's on the awkward side, yeah. Oh, I just don't...
Is it on by default? Oh, it must be on by default then. But then there's no lights. You've ruined my thunder. We've not even got an HDMI. Well, the monitor's not plugged in.
He said there's no lights. I was like, well, have you tried just turning it on?
You've stolen my monitor cord. No, it's fine. It's here. No, there's no. Oh, it's a disaster. We've got to unplug the desk. Who knows when you'd need to use the standing desk in a live stream? It's chaos. Right. Well, we know it does something. You can't believe you've done this. You ruined it.
I was like, just push the button.
Unbelievable, Jeff. There he's done. Right.
Wait, you need a mouse. And
Yeah, I
and a
know.
keyboard.
I need everything. That's been taken away from me. Taken away from me.
No, don't hinge.
What, Tinder? Bants.
That's it. Push from the back. That's it.
Then you just hear this noise. Like, it kind of works, doesn't it?
It
No,
kinda
not
works.
quite.
I feel like it's not.
It's good enough for now. It looks quite nice, actually. That little window, I like that. Look. That looks smart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I mean, there's no signal. Oh, look at that.
Is this live? It can't be because he said things like that.
Yes, new CPU installed. We love to see it. It has now died, though. Don't know where the signal's gone, but yeah, there we go. Oh, we're back. Okay, it's restarted. Let me grab a keyboard and mouse. Oh, have you guys actually noticed the I/O on this yet? It's on the side, which is quite slick. Look at the bottom.
Plug your. Have you got the
Oh,
USBs?
getting things ready. Yeah, they're here. They're here. All good. Don't panic. I need my G Pro, please. Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, this one's. That's this.
Got a full white set, don't I? There we go. We're in. It says no internet, and it always says this.
No.
No. It's got Wi-Fi, this board, so hopefully we'll be all right, because I can just whack a Wi-Fi antenna on the top or something. Yeah, there you go. I've got a Wi-Fi antenna there. Plug that in. Plug that in. And hopefully we can actually see if we can get this up and running today, which will be cool. I will have to go anti-social, I'm afraid, guys, though, and
type your password in.
log in.
That power cable below you looks a little bit sketchy, but I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, that does actually, yeah. Set up pin. Are you sure you want to get rid of this? Oh, come on. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good. Is it working?
Yeah.
Even I can't see.
Even you can't see. Oh, usually we hook this up, actually, don't we? To
the controller thing.
Yeah.
The Atom.
Don't know why. I mean, apparently we've got really bad Wi-Fi signal though. Oh no, it's cheered up now. It's fine.
It's cheered up.
It's cheered up. Right, set up pin. Is this really entertaining content?
Just you hiding behind a monitor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. People can see the password in the reflection of your glasses.
Can they actually?
No.
Oh, well, I'm entering it in wrong every time anyway, to be fair, so. Right, okay. If this is wrong, I'm going to get annoyed. Yeah. You meant to like help people out. Like, what's going on in chat, Carl? Like,
What's
make
going
the
on in
stream
chat?
fascinating.
All right. Well, our poll, we've got 117 votes, and it's about the RTX 4000 Super Series.
100, how many, sorry?
120 votes now.
Okay. Oh, you didn't end it?
No, I started a new one.
For what?
What do you think of the 4000 Super range?
Okay.
53% have said meh. 35% said great.
Okay.
4% said the worst thing ever.
The worst thing ever.
8% said best GPUs ever.
The absolute worst thing I've ever seen.
4% are like, no, awful.
Right. I think we're good. I think we're good. Then we can fire this up. Fire this up. Yeah. So we were actually wasn't I? Just keep meaning to say we were going to talk about YouTube retirements and when I'm retiring and why people retire. Oh, this had the height stuff on it. It's downloading an update for that.
No,
let's not do that. Oh, we also need to download a driver. This is, yeah. Yeah, so we were talking about retiring and stuff. When will I retire? Well, I've actually been doing this a very long time. I've been doing this since 2012. I think I started my channel, 2012. But I have been doing this full-time, like full-time job since 2017. Carl started 2 years ago, didn't you? 2022. Yeah. So he's coming up 2 years. The time is flying by, and I can honestly say I'm enjoying it as much now as I ever have done. And you don't have to worry. There's no retirement coming from PC Centric anytime soon. But over the years, I have absolutely felt, well, not like retiring, but there's been times where I've been like, I don't actually know how much longer I can do this. And I think it's just like a thing that comes in waves, to be honest with you. And that's like a sign of repetition and maybe doing things you don't really enjoy. I think there's so many different things you have to do when you're running a YouTube channel. So, you know, it's boring stuff like all the admin and accounts. You have to do all the planning. If you want to have pre-rolls and stuff, like we have it all the time, don't we? We made a load of videos and we go, we've got no ads. And then you have to go and like make phone calls, emails, contracts, send out, signed, scripts, filming, back and forth. And all of that stuff can get like a little bit boring, a little bit tedious, but that is obviously a business. Like it's all very well having a bit of fun and making videos, but if you're not sustaining yourself and the channel and like I think Carl's a fan of myself, but he's not going to work for free, are you?
Nah, got bills to pay.
He's got bills to pay. So yeah, you have to do a lot. Overheads, costs, all of these stuff. So it's difficult, and I think it's so emotional what we do as well, because you are literally tied. And maybe this is why I feel good actually at the moment. You're so tied to numbers. Like even now, like I can see how many people are watching, how many views, comments, view duration. And it's like numbers, 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 numbers. And all the time numbers are high, you're feeling good. All the time numbers are low, you feel low. Like your mood is directly tied to the numbers. And it took me 10 years to basically work out that if the numbers are the problem, try taking the numbers away. So I don't look at the stats anywhere near as much as I used to. I do it during work hours. I try and do it on a desktop computer rather than my phone. If I go away on holiday, I delete all like the stats apps and things. I don't check them because I can't do anything about them anyway. So what would be the point in doing that? And I feel like in terms of like what we've achieved on the channel, I've kind of already achieved more than I would have ever like thought I was going to get from it. So I'm just like grateful, to be honest, for what we've got. I really enjoy the videos we make. I'm glad, probably above all else, I'm glad I've found something that I really enjoy doing. Someone said to me the other day, it's like, oh, do you get bored of doing PC builds? No, like everyone is different. Everyone is unique. It clearly works for me because I enjoy making them. It works for you guys. I think you guys enjoy making them. I do obviously want to make plenty of other videos and bits of content and stuff as well. But yeah, I'm just happy to be able to do what we do. It's honestly like having Carl here has been fantastic as well. You're better than I could have hoped for, Carl. And you just find that doing it as a team really helps keep it fresh.
Yeah.
As well.
Just having someone to talk to about the idea, just yeah, a lot better than just should I do this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you definitely like having like a bit more input as well. Like
yeah.
I think the first year you were kind of a little bit more, weren't you? Well, he's the boss, so I'll do as he says, sort of thing. And you like now then you realise that actually, like we're much better if we make the stuff together. Yeah. And it's more fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just gives us the ability to obviously make things like this and enjoy it. And you've always got to do things for you. Like even if the streams weren't like profitable for us, we'd probably still make them because I think it's really important to actually like have a connection with you guys. Essentially, you get to see that we're a bit more human as well, rather than just like you say, is this live, sort of like automated thing. So yeah, we really enjoy it. No chance of any retirements anytime soon, unless I don't know, got like really ill or anything like that, and you had your hands forced. But yeah, honestly, just really enjoying what's happening at the moment. So yeah, bring on the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'd want to do this for.
You've forgotten one key part though, Marcus.
What's that? RuneScape.
No.
Oh, sorry, yes. And of course, the most important and best thing about being a YouTuber is that you can bring out the PC-centric mouse mat, which is available to buy today. It is the best way to help the channel, not because it's the most profitable thing, but because it gives me some satisfaction, because if I'm honest, these didn't sell very well, which is a bit of a bummer. And we've still got just under 200 left, so go buy one.
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy. Maybe it was the design. I don't really know, but I don't know. It was annoying because obviously I really liked it. So yeah, but hey ho. And also I think people already have a mouse mat. They probably don't need to.
Unless they have two PCs.
Sad times. Anyway, games. Let's get some games running. So let's do this. I can probably turn the screen around about now. Look, caution is good. Caution is absolutely good. Right, we're in. Here we go. We can turn this round. Oh, you can now see what we have on offer. Oh, we've got speakers as well, really high quality ones. There's our caselet. I could also plug it into the overhead, couldn't I, potentially? If I needed to. Because that would actually mean you could see it better. Shall I do that, do you think? Plug it into the overhead.
Oh, what then? Do like a. You won't get any speaker noise though.
I don't need speaker noise. It's quite all right. We'll turn frame view on. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to plug into here, so we don't need the overhead anymore. Oh no, we've got a traily cable. It's a disaster. Oh, it's a disaster. Is that? No,
No, you can't see it. It's fine.
We're good. If you haven't watched Austin Evans' video, by the way, on like retirement and stuff, I'd advise watching that because he got very emotional in it, and it was kind of, I don't know. I haven't actually met Austin, but he seems like a very nice guy.
Genuine person.
Genuine, yeah. Seemed like a genuine guy, and yeah, it was just interesting to hear his sort of 2 cents on it. And also, if you want to watch a really interesting 3-part video series, highly recommend UK Power with Guy Martin, which I recommended to Carl. He put it off for a bit.
Guy Martin's Power Trip.
Guy Martin's Power Trip, and he watched it yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, with my dad.
And you spammed all 3. So if you haven't got anything else to watch after this, and you don't want to watch more PC-centric videos, which would be madness, then yeah, Guy Martin's Power Trip. That would be a good one. Right, there we go. We're in. Happy with that? And then I'm going to do some Pro Strats. I'm going to go more options. I'm going to go NVIDIA Control Panel. There's me. And I'm going to do something I haven't done in ages. Can you even still do this? Like make a... Was it called like DSR or something, wasn't it? How do you do that? Do you remember? Like you make a fake resolution. Is it in Customize? Create custom resolution. No, because that will just... I don't think that will work, will it? It might do. I can try, but I don't think this one will work. 3820. 3840 by 2160. This is not the one, is it? Test. No, strangely enough, does not work. So we're just going to have to wait. Oh, the PC's on this side. Forgot about that.
Careful of that HDMI.
H.
Oh,
it's H.
HDMI.
Come on, Carl.
HDMI.
I love that Mitchell and Webb sketch where they use a silencer and take everyone out at work if they say H. It's quite amusing. Right, so it's not that. There's a setting somewhere where we can actually... Oh, it's here. DSR, there it is. DSR factors. Remember this? So we can do scaling. There you go. Old school scaling. So we turn DSR on to 4. And what this is going to do is essentially fake 4K. So we can test this out at 4K without actually having to have a 4K screen. That makes sense? Because to you, it doesn't even matter because we're streaming 1080 anyway. So I thought that would be Pro Strats. So we're going to go with this. You're going to hit play.
Ooh.
This is genius, though. Admit it. Like I can benchmark 4K.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that a...
What?
Is it the 4K button? Oh no, it's the
No, because this is a... Yeah. See, smart.
I was like,
And this is actually, fun fact, how I got some 4K footage when I tested whether I wanted to buy a 4K TV. I recorded it with DSR.
Yeah.
And then Bioshock Infinite and took it into Richer Sounds and they put it on like all the TVs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then I bought one straight away.
No, the 5%.
Oh, getting a bit of coil wine.
That sounds horrible.
Doesn't sound great, does it? But to be fair, we're getting 340
5%
FPS.
fart.
Is that fart?
No, it's this chair.
Are you sure?
I swear on
here
my
we
doggy's
go.
life.
Oh, are you serious? Then?
Yeah. Oh, he's serious.
The most aggressive sounding dog. That's actually amazing. Oh, what? I've got DSR on, but it's not my plan.
Amateur.
Right. It's gone. But what about DSR? I swear, what's it on about? What's shit on about? Maybe the thing to do is to go, there you go.
You'd have changed it.
Yes, there we go. This is the best content ever. Everyone loves, whoa, that is
Can you read it?
So I think it should have just like seen it anyway though, to be fair. I don't think it was supposed to, you know, I don't think you have to enable it for your desktop. I remember playing Dark Souls 3 like this as well.
What, really far away?
Yeah, there we go. The irony is now, though,
It's so small you can't read
the
you can't read the
going to be so
FPS.
small. Well, at least we can do 1440p, except we can't because that's not the DSR. I'll have to tell you what it is. At least I can just about see. Right, so we've got reflex on.
Yep.
Refresh rate apparently is 50 hertz.
I think that's limited to our...
Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was meant to be 30 hertz on the screen. Anyway, DLSS, let's set this to performance because this is now 4K. This is what I'm talking about. If you've got a higher resolution monitor, just do that. Then we go to graphics, preset, make very high. Yeah, should be good. Ray tracing currently, oh, ray tracing's on. Let's turn ray tracing off for a second. Okay. Again, this is really interesting content. This is Marcus fiddles with settings in menu.
Ray trace shadows, leaving that on.
No, I'm trying to turn it all down. Right, there we go. Right, we good? Apply. Apply changes.
At least it loads in really quickly.
Yeah, unlike, as I say, I upgraded my parents' computer. Oh, wow, that is quick, isn't it? There you go. So I've got to play in 30 frames a second. But, wow, is that actually our frame rate? I mean, we've got DLSS performance on, okay?
I can't see that far.
162 FPS. 162. So we could absolutely turn the ray tracing on. This graphics card, pretty... Oh, this is a 4080 Super, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking it's a 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense, because, yeah, this is pretty legit. There you go. How does it look on the stream, Carl? Because I've got to be honest, it probably doesn't look great, does it? I mean, the gameplay, like, itself might look okay, but you're not going to see that frame rate, are you? But at least I can tell you what it is. And this is good. We've never had gameplay before. It's never happened. It has, but very rarely on a live stream. Don't know if it has happened. I think it's happened once on a live stream.
It is readable. You can read the FPS in the corner.
Yeah.
The gameplay looks all right.
There we go then. So yeah, we're getting about 160 FPS at 4K with FSR, with DLSS set to performance. Let's give ourselves some ray tracing though. I assume, what's it called? DLSS 3 frame gen was off as well. I don't actually know. Might not need to use it. I thought we would get about 120 with ray trace max with DLSS 3 actually.
Is it on now?
That's why I was going to check. So I think it's off by default. Oh no, it is DLSS frame gen. Okay, that does make more sense. So that's why our frame rate was so high. Where's this person that we need to? Right, he's over there.
Far away.
He's over there. Frame rate, God, that is small, isn't it? I keep asking NVIDIA to just update this stupid app. That's not stupid. That's really good. But to update it so you can just make the text bigger. And they keep saying, well, it's a benchmarking tool. What? How long would it take your development team just to put a scale in there and to change the colour? It's like a one-day job. You've got so much money, NVIDIA. Please do it. Help us out. Well, it's for benchmarking. Come on. Oh. But yeah, okay, got a bit of lag, bit of stutter there.
It's about 110 FPS.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, working really well. About 100 FPS. If you want to use DLSS 3 frame gen, everything turned up, game looks absolutely slick. If you're using a controller, you could probably get away though with turning I was going to say turn frame gen off, but if you're using a controller, you're not as sensitive to the latency anyway. But if we turn frame gen off, what will we get? Oh, about 80 FPS. So I'd probably just leave frame gen off actually, because in Ratchet & Clank, I find that it does increase the latency quite a lot. I don't have a clue what that is, guys. You have to tell me. Was that about 30? Wow, yeah, about 37 milliseconds of latency. So even on a 30 FPS display that I'm doing this now because we're using the pass-through through this streaming switcher, this is still actually a really playable experience. So there you go. 4080 Super doing a fine job. Oh yeah, I'm live. I have to now quit.
You can just quit.
Quit, sort of. What else shall we do? Let's see what we got installed. So that was Ratchet and Clank. I mean, I could show you the 1440p, but as you can see, we were doing absolutely fine. We've also got some Deathloop. So let's do that. Everything else needs updating. There we go. I'm pleased we finally got there in the end. All it took was a Wi-Fi enabled motherboard.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know why...
We've had
yeah,
but it's just like,
really
no,
strange.
Wi-Fi doesn't work.
It's a bit funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe because it's already had like drivers installed on it already.
But then the others had as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
weird.
know.
Don't know. Don't know. Bethesda. I still haven't finished Deathloop. I need to get on it. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was like it's almost really good.
It's almost really good.
Yeah. Deathloop. Sounds cool. It was cool. I think it's just I had quite a lot of games to like try out at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Was it an AMD one? Deathloop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
AMD. Break the loop. That's the one. What's in our benchmark suite at the moment? You're the expert because you've benchmarked like 20 cards or something in the last couple of weeks, haven't you?
Ratchet and Clank because it works, it loads fast. I like that. Big fan of that. What else is there? Forza Horizon 5. That just works. I like that.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. That works. I like
You like
that.
that. Yeah. So basically, if it works, you like it.
Yeah.
So what doesn't work?
I kicked out Hogwarts Legacy because, for whatever reason, the shaders just wouldn't work.
Oh, every single time it kept crashing earlier today as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was they just wouldn't compile. I was like, is it the GPU? Is it because of the driver? And then I was just like, no, you're out.
You're out.
And Starfield, that was
of
awkward to benchmark as well because it was just the settings were just a nightmare. They're not just straightforward. It's not just like, oh, here's your resolution, here's your DLSS or FSR. It's all linked and it's all constantly. I don't like it.
Don't like it.
I don't like it.
All right, this is going to be ultra settings with ray tracing on quality actually. So this is going to be hardcore. Apply. I've set DLSS to balanced rather than performance this time, just to give yourself slightly higher image quality. If you're seeing any tearing on your screen, that wouldn't apply to you. Again, it's just through this like 30 FPS switcher. But yeah, really sky-high frame rate here because the ray tracing that they have in this isn't really that intense. We just dipped down there to around about 90 frames a second, but we're looking at about 120. So yeah, if you do want to play Deathloop, clearly this is going to be a fantastic way to do it. I also don't like the fact that every time you do die, you lose everything, which would be fine when it comes to like weapons and things. But because you lose the ability to like blink forward, I don't know. It then feels like everything's really slow after that, which is just a little bit annoying. But yeah, this works quite well, doesn't it? Don't know. What do you got? What do you guys think? What does Carl think?
I can't quite see the frame rate. Bear with.
Well, no, you're getting about 120 FPS.
Oh, yeah,
like,
130 FPS at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just run away from these people. Let's go. Let's go. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah, no, it's running really nicely actually. I think this is a pretty cool PC. And in terms of temperatures, oh, that is really small. Is that 50 degrees on the GPU?
Yeah, 52 on the GPU, 62 on the CPU.
That's pretty good actually.
That's decent for a 120 mil
running like flat out. It's really quiet. Like there is a little bit of coil whine on this 4080 Super though.
Yeah.
Which is a bit odd, but it might also be like a V-Sync thing because, as I say, it's out of sync.
Yeah.
Don't know though.
DSR
Could be a power
maybe.
supply. Could be a few things. Wouldn't say it's annoying enough not to buy, and it could just be this particular GPU. But yeah, it is a bit annoying. Oh, there you go. Look, now since that, it's like, as soon as I went to the different. Oh.
You got looped. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, getting a little bit, of coil whine, but for the most part, pretty sweet case actually. I think the price point is too high. Not because it's not necessarily reasonable, but obviously you have to need all of the stuff for it to make sense if you've already got a cooler or something. that is going to be a pain point. But I like how easy it was to build in by just putting that side panel on. And that's, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Compared to some of the ITX builds we've done that have been a right nightmare, this has been pretty easy, actually. I think it's an attractive chassis as well. I mean, if you were going to use this as a media center, great, apart from the fact I don't like the fact that the button's down the bottom. So if I was going to use this in my living room, you'd have to, and you're going to put it like on the floor or something, you'd have to like go down every single time. That's a little bit of annoyance. Obviously, the fact that your I/O is underneath when it comes to that graphics card is a pain. You might need to get a right-angled cable if you, I don't know, depending on the cable you have. The ones I've tried have been all right, though.
Yeah, at least the regular I/O is easy to get to.
Yeah, regular I/O is good.
And the fact you're going to unplug regularly.
The fact that there is actually a decent amount of depth under there is good, because compared to most cases like this, it hasn't really caused us an issue. And as Carl says, the fact that you can just access this really easily is great. I think that's pretty annoying on ITX cases, and even things like that Thermaltake tower, where the I/O's at the top. It is just a pain in the bum. Like every single time you want to plug something in, unless you're using the front I/O, it's a pain. Everything is accessible here. So yeah, pretty good.
It could go on its side as well, can't it?
Yeah, but I like that it's nice and quiet too. You know, nice and easy, even with, you know, that amount of horsepower going on.
Yeah.
Just a shame that there is a little bit of coil whine. But if you have any last questions before the end, please do let us know, guys. We're happy to stay for a few more minutes and answer any questions. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Hope it's been useful. As I say, all of our affiliate links, if you do want to check out current pricing on any of the components here, are going to be down in that, well, that comment section, the description, sorry, down below. But yeah, to reiterate, no retirement anytime soon. We love making these videos. It's great to have Editor Carl with us for the journey.
For the journey.
For the journey. Any last remarks? Who we got? Who's been loyal? Who's been here the whole time?
We've got a good question here from King Cracked Hen.
Okay.
When's the next water-cooled build?
Probably sooner rather than later. It's time. My one is like last legs now. I need to update that.
Just got a super chat from the last minute from Opus.
Super
First
chat.
time being able to watch the stream all the way through. Hopefully see you in the next one.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you very much,
well,
Opus.
thanks for joining. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Will you
Really
do a
it.
signed PC-centric mouse mat?
I can't do them, no, because the mouse mats ship from abroad, so they're not actually physically here. Otherwise, I'd obviously love to.
Yeah.
If you buy one, I'm just trying to think. I don't want to promise something I can't do, but I don't know. If you join the Discord, have a chat, and we might be able to sort something out.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, people have asked as well about giveaways and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, to be fair, yes, on Discord, because we've got quite a lot of cases in at the moment, and it's time to move a lot of them on. So I've already done one, but I'm going to start giving some cases away via Discord. We will require you to basically just pay for postage, so it depends on the weight of the case, but otherwise no charge. So the next one we'll be doing a giveaway of is that MSI Project Zero one. So if you want one of those, come over to Discord. It's not a competition. It literally will just be when I'm packing it up, I'll put a note in Discord. But we do this with a few different cases and things because I think it's a good way to give back. And yeah, we can sort that out. But any last remarks?
Was it Ashwell? They were here from the beginning.
Thank you. Oh, honestly, we've been watching from the beginning. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is what I call second monitor material.
Second monitor material. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for checking it out. As I say, affiliate links to everything are linked down below. It's currently 7:10, which means it's time for me to go and make dinner. Unless you want to do it today, Carl.
No, I'll leave you to it. And okay. Nvidia was the winner of the poll. 58% to 42%.
Okay, that's closer than I thought. But yeah, there we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Are we done?